Badlands, running to Badlands. Explain those Badlands. That's a hell of a name.
Singing of "Oh Canada."
Oh Canada, our mainland, to war, we are man.
You know, that was like the best day of his life, for real.
Oh, for sure.
Like, how cool would that be, dude?
It's awesome. I figured we'd start the show with the Canadian national anthem.
My cousin sang the national anthem at the Clippers game a few years back, I think.
What?
Yeah. She's done it at a few different sporting events. She's also.
Did she sound better than that or worse?
The
Canadian one?
She was different because it was the American one. I've never heard her sing the Canadian one. She's American, so I couldn't tell you if it was better or worse.
The Canadian anthem just sucks.
Yeah, I think that's exactly how it sounds.
Well, they're not a real country, so yeah.
Exactly.
They're not even a real country anyway.
Is she like your actual cousin, or just like somebody you know that you call your cousin?
It's my mom's brother's daughter.
Okay, so actual blood relation.
It's my first cousin. Yeah.
Is she like a singer? Can we look her up and listen to her?
She's
sing?
an actress, bro. I've talked about it before.
What? Okay.
In the show The Last OG, she's Tracy Morgan's daughter, and then she's been in some movies with Melissa McCarthy. And
what's her name?
Are you intentionally doxing your sister to our audience right now?
It's not my sister. It's my cousin,
Or
bro.
right,
Cousin.
sure.
I know he's black, but like there is a
Georgia.
distinction.
It wasn't the black. It wasn't the black thing. It was the Georgia thing. Cam and I grew up in the same town.
Yeah, it's funny because she's like one of my only, like, she'd be like my younger sister because I don't have any sisters. I just have my brother. I have like one older sister, which is one of my older cousins. She's like 4 years older than my brother, and then she's like my younger one. But I'll bring. Well, it doesn't matter. Taylor, type in Taylor. Yeah, Taylor. That's his
Taylor Swift.
No, last name Mosby. Mosby.
Taylor Mosby is your cousin?
Yeah.
Like, hold on, let me share my screen. This lady?
I mean, she's like 21, 22. Yeah.
No way.
Wait, leave it up. I gotta maximize.
Wow. Yeah, Thunder Force is like one of my favorite movies, dude.
Really? I've never seen it. They filmed it here.
I've never seen it. I've never seen it either, dude.
Spoken in sarcasm.
Oh, that's funny. That's funny. You got me good. She was in one movie that I did see that was really awesome. I've seen a couple other movies she's in. But what was the movie? It was the one where the kid was in a coma. It was a Christian movie.
A kid in a coma?
Yeah, so remember,
I know it's serious.
It was based on a true story.
No, did you say Thief in the Night?
Yeah, and in so doing, just triggered a whole bunch of people.
Yeah, yes, the girl laying on her back, looking up at the guillotine, waiting to fall. Yeah,
oh my god, that movie fucked me up.
Yeah,
they showed it to us in the 5th grade. Just to be clear.
Naturally. Why? Yeah. When else would you be showing it?
Fucking horrifying.
Oh, she's in Criminal Minds. Was she like a victim or something?
She was Michaela Davis, dude.
She had a small recurring role, John. Look at that. She couldn't be a victim.
4 episodes.
Yeah.
She was the victim 4 times.
Well,
that's more than what regular extras generally get on Criminal Minds. I mean, it's usually like a one-off.
Yeah, the middle was a big one for her. That's where she kind of got her break. Obviously, it's the beginning. But the last OG was the one she was, I think it was like 3 seasons, I think they had. 3 or 4 seasons.
34 episodes.
Dang.
Yeah, that show I thought was pretty funny, man.
So I've never heard of the last OG. Yeah. What was that, and what like station or format was it in?
I think it was on TBS, but it was basically like, it was created by Jordan Peele.
Oh yes.
It's basically Tracy Morgan. I think he got out of prison, and he's like coming back. He has kids. She's one of the kids, and his wife is remarried a white guy. But it's really cool the way they do it, because it's like, it's not making fun of white people. I kind of liked that part. Like, he was like, that guy was cool. Like, he's obviously the stepdad. But it's an interesting show.
So it wasn't like the white stepdad to a black family that like comes in and tries to be cool with the black dad, like maybe throwing in some slang or trying.
So I'm trying to think. They probably slipped that in there. I can't even honestly remember. But I just remember, like, I'm not gonna give away too much of the show, but they become friends like really early because he realized that he's trying to be a good dad, but he's just like teaching him how to be a man. It's pretty cool.
Wait, he's teaching Tracy Morgan how to be a man because he was an absent father and in prison and stuff?
In prison. Yeah, he was just like he was just not doing the right things. And it's not that he's like his mentor or anything, but you can just tell that they develop like a relationship as two fathers trying to raise a family. And then
I think we gotta watch the trailer of this.
Is it like a sitcom format?
Yeah, it's a sitcom. I don't think it has a laugh track because if it did, I don't think I'd be able to watch it. I hate it.
I was going to say, I assumed it had a laugh track since it was on TBS, but it looks like maybe it's closer to the unbearable. What is it? Kimmy Schmidt, whatever that Kimmy Schmidt show is.
Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt.
The unbreakable Kimmy
Unbearable.
Schmidt. It's funny. It's unbearable.
The unbearable personality of Kimmy Schmidt is what I was thinking.
I used to love that show when I was a liberal. I used to think it was hilarious.
Never seen it. We're gonna watch this.
Ironically,
we should probably get a quick word from our sponsor, and then we'll watch this trailer. And tonight we have Save Pulse. Save Pulse is dedicated to keeping you and your family healthy with top quality medications like amoxicillin, azithromycin, ivermectin, and hydroxychloroquine at unbeatable prices. The streamlined ordering process makes it easy to stock up on all your health essentials. And now with exciting news about fenbendazole showing promise in cancer research, they proudly offer this alongside other antibiotics and viral care meds. Don't wait. Prepare for any health scenario today. Get your supply and stay ahead of the curve with Save Pulse. Visit badlandsmedia.tv/meds and use promo code SAVEHEALTH at checkout to get 20% discount on orders over $100. Didn't they just in Florida like say they're going to look into ivermectin and cancer stuff?
Florida is going to be doing a study down here, yeah.
But they're looking into generics, and it's like ivermectin's already like 50, like, I don't know, it's cheap as shit. It's like 10 cents a pill or something. And Casey DeSantis came out and basically launched her gubernatorial campaign by announcing this.
I don't think she'll win.
I don't either. I think Byron Donalds will win.
What's Ron doing?
He runs against her.
I think that they're looking into generics because there's like this kind of this misinformation that if a medication isn't the officially licensed version of it, that the generic is somehow less effective. And obviously most people are just going to be using generic ivermectin rather than.
I think there's actually a study. I don't remember all the details of it, but the effect was, even though the ingredients are the same to the same amount, people's like placebo effect with the name brand, it makes it actually more effective than the generic because they somehow think it's better.
Wow. Well,
which would, I mean,
that
shows the power of the mind over our body's ability to heal.
That's totally possible. I mean, you can also just give people sugar pills and tell them that it's going to cure their cancer, and probably 20% of the people who take it are going to cure their cancer.
Very
Zach,
likely.
did somebody show their nipples on your show or something?
No, I accidentally showed a pair of big old titties on my show yesterday.
Why?
Well, because I was searching for the pictures of Charlie at the TPUSA event where you could see his nipples through the shirt, because I was trying to demonstrate that it didn't look to me like he was wearing body armor. And so, you know, I was comparing like the low profile body armor to like chest plates, and then like the picture of Charlie, which, you know, really doesn't look to me like he's wearing body armor. And so anyways, I literally searched for chest plate, and like I scrolled down like one page, and then all of a sudden, boom, there's a pair of G's there on screen. The funny part was that like I went like this, oh no, and I like covered it up for myself, but it was it was still on screen for everybody else. And then I was like,
that's so funny. Trump NATO in the chat said, will there be exposed huge breasts with large nipples as an aid on this episode, asking for my 16-year-old son that kept watching Rep Hill stream yesterday.
Yeah, they were like saucer plates for real.
Oh, my goodness.
Wow.
So you're welcome. You're welcome, son.
Let's try not to do that on the show, even though it's probably more appropriate considering the title.
OnlyLands, baby.
Hell yeah. I want to watch this trailer, and then I'm probably going to duck out, guys, if I'm being totally honest. I got a bunch of shit I got to do still.
And don't be totally honest.
I have to. Okay, let's watch this.
Why are you not taking my calls?
I'm in the middle of a meeting, okay?
Damn, that's your office? Nice.
I got locked up for 15 years.
I used to be just like y'all. Check your own potential, man.
Actually, sorry to interrupt.
What happened to Brooklyn?
I forgot to tell you, Brooklyn's gentrified now.
This neighborhood changed. The woman that I love is with a white dude, and I'm a father. I wouldn't even know where to begin. But we do it like everybody else. We start from the beginning. This is my halfway house. We're gonna have to swap bunks, man. I'm not trying to die tonight.
Thank you so much for being here.
You think you're just gonna be able to walk right back into our lives?
Those are my kids too.
Make something of yourself.
Sometimes people will get you down, but get back up. I see what I missed out on. I see what I lost.
Ooh, y'all can't see me. No?
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the most impressive. This time, I'm gonna do it right.
Stay away from suggestive language.
She don't want to sue me. She's trying to do me. You need to be concerned with recidivism. What? Recidivism. That's what I say. You gotta hold your head high. I love my kids. They're precious to me. That's my world. Everything I do it for you.
Okay, stop singing.
Expecting something different. I'm happy that you're happy.
I appreciate you.
Second chance is a beautiful thing, ain't it?
Standing tall, never fall.
Hey, get the back if I knock your out.
You have a moment to save the polarized caps?
Oh.
Half calf, no foam mocha latte with an extra shot of espresso split into 2 cups.
That's Skylar. Sounded like Skylar White. I love the shot where he says, "I'm going to do it the right way," and his hands spread like this. And I'm assuming that must have been like flour or something, but it immediately made me think that he was just going to go right back to slinging dough.
Oh, I didn't think of that at all. It's definitely like dough or something. That's great for flour,
Why were we watching that? Was Cam's cousin in it?
Yes.
Yeah, she just didn't have any words in the trailer.
Gotcha. Okay.
She has a lot of lines in the show.
Does she have? Oh, she does. She does talk on the show.
Yeah, I mean, it's like the show is everyone that you saw as kind of a main character has a whole bunch of lines. Like, I mean, what is it, three or four seasons? So yeah.
I saw a clip on Twitter today that was it was a Get Hard scene from like Will Ferrell getting ready to go to prison, but it was James Comey.
Oh my god.
And it was so
that's
funny.
good.
And I can't find it. And it's killing me right now. But very excited he's going to prison.
Do we think he's going
Maybe.
to prison, or do you think it's a rug pull?
Probably rug pull. I don't know. I really don't know. Like, it's such a week considering the shit that he's pulled.
It's not weak though, and this is a prelude to future indictments. You don't think so? I mean, like, we know that there's a RICO case out there. This just like locks him up and puts him in the system, in my opinion. I mean, not in prison.
It files charges before the statute of limitation runs out. It's a hold, but they can do superseding indictments. So I think it has the potential to be amazing.
Yeah, me too.
Terrified to hope for things.
Catherine Harris.
I am eternally optimistic. I mean, this was my immediate reaction when I saw the indictment. I was expecting it, obviously, the statute of limitations. So they get that. We got rid of Eric Siebert, whose father was James Comey's daughter's godfather. Obviously, nothing was going to happen with him in there. James Comey's son-in-law working in the Eastern District of Virginia. Both of them were probably tag teaming, making sure that nothing was ever going to come of that indictment or the investigation, rather. And as soon as we get somebody in there who's loyal, we go ahead and get exactly what needed to be done. And we also know about all of the crimes that James Comey has committed over the years. I mean, like, there is so much evidence and wealth of examples of crimes out there that can be brought in a superseding indictment. And I think that they can just roll it out into a much larger RICO case. And also because this is in the Eastern District of Virginia, that's so important because it's not in DC. If he had lied in DC, he would be having a DC trial, but he's going to have an EDVA trial or Eastern District of Virginia trial. And it's a totally different jury pool to be pulled from.
Is that because the statements that he made wasn't it over like a Zoom?
Yes, it was over a Zoom call. It was from
that's how they
Zoom call. Yeah.
Okay, so that's how they got him in that district.
Yes. Okay. Yes. And so now because that's there, it all begins there. They can bring all of the other charges there.
That Zoom call was in September of 2020, right?
Yes.
John Durham was the one who investigated his initial leak Like he had the evidence that he did it. It was James Baker, who was told by Rubicki or whatever. I can't remember his first name. It might be James Rubicki.
James Rubicki, yeah.
Yeah. And he was told by Comey. So September, as soon as that happened, John Durham knew that he lied to Congress. It
Also,
didn't go out from then.
But
Andy,
if they would have brought the charges in September of 2020, they would have drugged that out past Trump's presidency, and
just
Biden's DOJ never would have charged him, and then you wouldn't have gotten another shot at that apple.
Exactly.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's the way it had to be. It had to be the way that it is right now.
I totally agree. Andy McCabe also has already publicly said that the leaks that he was giving to the media were on behalf of James Comey. James Comey was aware of it. He had authorized it. So, I mean, they're going to force those people, I would imagine, to testify against him because they've already made the public statements. I mean, Comey has made the public statements. You know, he said, you know, there wouldn't be a special counsel investigation if I hadn't leaked that information through my friend.
Yeah, James Baker's in trouble and Rubicki.
Mm-hmm.
Catherine Herridge seems to think that there's definitely going to be superseding indictments based on the Arctic haze exposure that we've gotten.
Yeah. I'd agree. Okay, guys, I want to peace out. You guys enjoy the show. Maybe I'll pop back in later if I get my stuff done that I need to.
Okay.
J-Truth should be joining you at some point, by the way. So catch y'all later.
Bye.
Cheers.
Bye.
And then there were 5.
Indeed. So, I don't know. I think
Vagina.
That's John.
I think it has the potential to bring down the entire corrupt kingdom. And I think it also has the potential to get to one of those gray areas where no reasonable prosecutor and listen, we've all learned our lessons and we're going to move on. And also there's an election coming up, so we can't divert all these resources and let's just move on. And I hope it's not that, but it could be that.
Well, we've already got a reasonable prosecutor in Lindsay Halligan who was willing to bring up the grand jury and then file the indictment. And James Comey is not running for office. This is such a clear-cut case. I mean, he definitely lied. He's definitely admitted it. He's got subordinates who did his bidding. And he also obstructed further by denying it on multiple occasions.
And one of the parts of the charges against him, the second count, is influencing a public official. And there are 21. I know it's obstruction, but it's also influencing a public official. That's in the statute that's cited in the indictment against James Comey. And influencing a public official is what Tina Peters was convicted on. 1 misrepresentation to influence a public official. 3 different public officials led to 3 felonies. So I think that James Comey, if we're going to do this right, needs to be in that Zoom call, for every misrepresentation that he made, it should be that should be a single count times the 21 members of the committee. And that's how he should be charged if we're holding consistent standards of justice.
Agreed.
Do we have more on him? Like, because Chris mentioned that this morning and Daily, that the evidence is the testimony of McCabe and then the other guy, I can't remember his name. Do we have anything that besides just their testimony? Is there actually physical evidence, email or something that verified that he lied?
We don't know yet. I would imagine if you have one of the firsthand subjects of the leak, like the person that was actually leaking it, because they subpoenaed him like 2 weeks ago. I remember we covered that. The Columbia professor, what was his name?
Reichert, I think.
Richmond. Oh,
Richmond.
Was it? It might have been, but whatever. The Columbia professor, they subpoenaed him. So I would imagine that they've got some sort of communication trail there, like a physical evidence trail, but maybe not.
I mean, biblically, the standard for I don't think it's just murder in the Old Testament, but biblically the standard is 2 or more witnesses. So theoretically, that would
they've got
2 people,
minimum 3. Okay, like if you count James Baker, there's 3 people at the FBI, and then whoever the professor is, that would be 4. And then you've also got, I believe, 3 different special or inspector general investigations that all found that James Comey acted improperly and outside of the boundaries of at least good taste at the FBI. I mean, they stopped short of saying that he did anything illegal, but I agree with CanCon. I mean, I think that was calculated because nothing was going to happen at that time.
Right.
It'll be interesting to see how it plays out.
You know what I'm curious?
Hang on. Even that, though, if we're doing this justice phase right, even that should be prosecuted. Justice wasn't possible during the 4 years that the other party was in control. Well, that if justice wasn't possible, it means justice was being criminally perverted by the party in charge. Sure. And if we're doing this correctly, those people need to be dealt with.
I would agree.
With due process under the law and not anything extra judicial.
All the caveats.
100%.
No extrajudicial executions, you're saying?
or extrajudicial
just the caveats.
Yeah.
I'm curious if we can get Ray for his testimony to Thomas Massey about undercover agents on J6, because, you know, me and Chris talked about that this morning. You know, Christopher Ray was very deliberate to make sure that he was, you know, explicitly talking about undercover agents. And, you know, I looked up before the show, I was looking up undercover. Yeah. And the definition is they're trying to deceive you, and it's a covert operation, and they embed themselves, whatever. But if you go back and look at, you know, when Jill Sanborn and others were questioned about whether there were FBI agents in there, they refused to answer. And to me, that's a covert operation. You know, if you're not telling congressional oversight and the American people, like, plain clothes means that they're in plain clothes. If you go up to them and you say, hey, are you FBI or are you a cop? They'll say, yeah, I'm a cop. You know, they'll identify themselves. Even sometimes they'll wear the badge on their you know, their belt buckle or whatever. I mean, we know these guys were wearing like wristbands to distinguish so that they could identify amongst themselves and that kind of stuff. So I really feel like Christopher Ray, it's a stretch and it might be difficult, but I really feel like he perjured himself as well.
I agree. I think there's certainly a case to be made, but he was very careful in the language that he was using. But I mean, there was every intention for all of them to disguise their true nature of being in that crowd. And they certainly weren't advertising the fact that they were agents or officers of the federal government in any capacity. And I think what it might come down to is, I mean, obviously they said that there were quite a few of them that were pretty upset about the fact that they were even deployed in that way, and they didn't like the direction the FBI was going. If there was any additional communication that was given, I think that those people would likely be willing to come forward and testify about, you know, exactly what was going on that day, because they certainly didn't just put them out there in a vacuum and say, hey guys, we just want you to go hang out at the Capitol on Sunday, right? You know, I mean, it wasn't like it was, you know, just a day in the park. I mean, there was a mission going on.
Yeah. So John put this up today because everyone was saying 274 in the crowd, right? And John put this up today. Sorry, guys, but the headline of this story is a misrepresentation. That was the Blaze headline. FBI had 275 plainclothes agents embedded in J6 crowds. Congressional source says. John says, sorry, guys, but the headline of this story is a misrepresentation. The actual report mentions nothing of whether FBI was actually embedded in the J6 crowds. It gives the personnel count that responded to various different things. What things? On the Capitol grounds, inside the Capitol, pipe bombs, red truck expected to contain explosive devices. And when I read that, my immediate reaction was, so the FBI in plain clothes was all over all of the very violent, dangerous things that happened on January 6th.
Where's the gallows?
Is there any other way to I don't know. Have you read the files? Because I don't know if that's in there, but I hope we get some clarity on that.
So Just the News reported on this in the exact same way. And they said that, okay, well, hold on. Let me just pull up the article. And they also say that this was learned as a result of Kash Patel going into the heretofore unknown broom closet that was a skiff in the basement of the FBI.
Did he find the pipe bomber while he was in there? Because Bongino, that was his baby, man, and we still don't know.
I think they're just waiting to drop that one on us,
Brian.
Okay.
I mean, we know it's a Fed, but we don't. Don't we think it's like a Navy like Master Chief or something? contractor.
I think if it was a super dangerous organic terrorist, we'd totally know about it, and we don't, which means it was the government that did the pipe bombs, and maybe 65 years from now they'll declassify it and we'll be allowed to know.
Okay, so the FBI deployed more than 250.
What are you looking up, by the way?
Listen, all I ever search for is news stuff. Okay, like obviously they know that I'm fucking almost 50. All right, because I'm not searching for hair loss remedies or ED or Porsches or dentures or weed. Okay, so this is literally just what they're pushing out here.
Well, that's the midlife crisis starter pack right there.
I think so. Yeah, yeah. All right, so
Hyundai, bro.
okay, but it looks like a Porsche. You're right, it is a Hyundai. The FBI secretly deployed more than 250 plainclothes agents to the U.S. Capitol. An operation so disorganized it unleashed searing frustrations among many of the FBI's rank and file. The Bureau had lost its core competencies and wokeness and allowed its employees to become pawns in a political war, according to an after-action report kept from the public for more than 4 years. So obviously, we haven't seen that after-action report. That certainly doesn't sound as if they're referring to the sum total of agents that were deployed in Washington, D.C. on that day, just for random things. But scores of FBI agents and personnel, many from the Bureau's premier Washington field office, sent anonymous complaints to the after-action team detailing how agents were sent into an unsafe scenario without proper safety equipment or the ability to identify themselves readily. The most persistent complaint was that the Bureau during the James Comey and Chris Wray era had become infected with political bias and liberal ideology, that they treated the protesters of 2020 far differently than those in the aftermath of January 6th. The FBI should make it clear to its personnel and the public that despite its obvious political bias, it ultimately still takes its mission and priorities seriously, one employee wrote in a stinging review. It should equally and aggressively investigate criminal activity regardless of the offender's perceived race, political affiliations, or motivations, and it should equally and aggressively protect all Americans regardless of all of the above. The agent urged FBI leaders to identify viable exit options for FBI personnel who no longer feel it is legally or morally acceptable to support a federal law enforcement and intelligence agency motivated by political bias. So that's like, okay, the after action report, 50 pages in all, were located by current FBI Director Kash Patel's team and turned over to the House Judiciary Committee and its special subcommittee investigating security failures and weaponization. The document has proven a bombshell to lawmakers, revealing for the first time that the FBI had a total of 274 agents deployed to the Capitol in plain clothes and with guns after the violence started, but with no clear safety gear. Okay, so perhaps after the violence started. You can read the after action report right here. Okay. All right. Yeah, I'm not going to read through all this because it's 50 pages, but I will be happy to send this to you, Kinka. He's on the phone. He doesn't even fucking care.
Right.
I was like, why is he down there? And then I realized he probably put himself down there.
I love how it says not for external use. It's literally just right now.
Well, it's a government of, for, and by the people, so it's internal still. You know?
Oh, fair enough. I like that.
Yeah.
All right. So the existence of mass FBI agents at the Capitol could also be a problem in many court cases. The document reveals for the first time there were wide concerns. Despite the pre-existing report, Wray rejected
the document up.
Wray rejected the notion in testimony before Congress. The idea that I'm biased against conservatives seems somewhat insane to me, given my own personal background. I have found almost invariably the people screaming the loudest about the politicization of the FBI are they themselves the most political, and more often than not, making claims of politicization to advance their own views or goals, and they often don't know the facts or are choosing to ignore them. Well, you could also say that the FBI generally doesn't say shit in terms of how they're actually handling things. It's there's a lot of inference that's being done by the public just based upon what we actually see taking place. So our response
I'm uncomfortable with these specific quotes. I need some sources familiar with the matter to really get a feeling for what's going on here.
Senior ones. We need senior sources familiar with the matter.
And at least two.
Multiple is better. We'll go.
I like the spoke under anonymity.
Yes.
Under conditions of anonymity.
Conditions of anonymity.
People with knowledge of the search situation, but without the authorization to reveal it.
Yeah.
It's amazing to me how few people pay attention to that as being a problem in news. I was talking to my my wife's uncle, and I brought that up. And he's like, "Oh, yeah, I guess I hadn't really thought of that before."
I saw this great clip, and I showed it on the show earlier. Some Democrat had called into C-SPAN.
I was watching your show, and I saw this. So funny.
And he was like,
"You have the clip?
You know what? I can probably find it. Yeah.
It's well worth it.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
And Zach, I know you can't recreate what you did on your show, but when you were pausing it to give your take on it, there was something oh no, that was the Richard Blumenthal one.
The Dunning Dick Blumenthal. I tore him a new asshole, didn't I?
Guys, if you'd ever watched Zach's show, is it 5 p.m. Monday through Friday on your channel?
5 p.m. Monday through Friday. Yeah,
it's great, man. That was hilarious.
Okay, so basically, when I did this earlier, I was like pausing and like debunking this guy live, but here he calls into C-SPAN and he basically believes that Jim Comey did everything by the book. And then he gets fact checked by the woman hosting the show.
David in Maryland, Democratic caller. Hi, David.
Hello, how are you? Thank you for having me on. I think that Comey, his record speaks for itself. He was a very honorable man who served his country. He did everything by the book. I think he was the prime example of someone you want to direct the FBI. Currently we have Kash Patel, who I think is a complete idiot. He's sick. He's a sick man in that position and unqualified. And for Trump to go after Comey at this point is very obvious, the trail that led up to this. And his
sounds like Michael Cohen, doesn't it?
Mistake Comey ever made was getting involved with Trump.
Well, David, how do you respond to this? This is the Associated Press back in 2019. According to Inspector General Watchdog, Comey violated FBI policies in handling of memos. And this is what the Inspector General found. Violated FBI policies in his handling of memos documenting private conversations with President Trump. The Watchdog office said Comey broke bureau rules by giving one memo containing unclassified information to a friend with instructions to share the content with a reporter. Comey also failed to return his memos to the FBI after he was dismissed in May of 2017, retaining copies of some of them in a safe at home and shared them with his personal lawyers without permission from the FBI. Goes on to say the report is the second in as many years to criticize Comey's actions as FBI director, following a separate Inspector General rebuke for decisions made during the investigation into Hillary Clinton's use of a private email server. It is one of multiple Inspector General investigations undertaken in the last 3 years into the decisions and actions of Comey and other senior FBI leaders. Now, David, you said Comey didn't make any mistakes.
Say something? Yeah. Okay. Well, what I like to say is that's cost of doing business.
Like, fuck off. You know what? He did everything perfect until he gets fact checked, and he's like,
cost
you know what?
Business.
Cost of doing business. When you break the rules on our side, it's totally acceptable. But it gets even worse. He tries to go through and justify why it's okay for the Democrats to break the rules based upon a series of actions that he believes Donald Trump took that were somehow illegal or improper, but none of them are.
Okay. And when Trump had all those documents in his house, Florida, Mar-a-Lago home, what about that? Did that ever get followed up on?
Yeah, that was actually dismissed. Fucking done. Like there was no
Mar-a-Lago,
case.
By the way.
Yeah,
Mar-a-Lago.
yeah.
Mario.
What about all the things that he has done, making his own Bitcoin?
Okay, not a crime. not even that's not even of its own Bitcoin. It's like, I believe it's a Solana token, but that wasn't even Trump that did it. It was like, an organization somehow associated with him using his image and likeness as branding. Like, okay, continue.
About going after his political enemies.
Oh, you mean like when they pursued him for 4+ years and tried to put him in prison for the rest of his natural life for a series of crimes that were not actually crimes that they couldn't even articulate in the indictment? Go ahead, Ash.
He's so bad. We had to blow up the Bill of Rights and violate all of the civic norms and standards because he's so bad. Did you hear about all the bad things Trump did? Did you hear? Did you hear? So we had to throw out all of the standards and norms and rules of conduct and Bill of Rights.
I was waiting for him to drop the server at Trump Tower communicating with Russia, but he never does. It's almost over.
What about his selling cars from Elon Musk on the White House lawn?
Like he can't have an opinion about an American car company. Like,
wait, didn't Joe Biden drive a Ford truck?
Yeah, he actually went to the factory and told people to buy a Hummer, right? An electric Hummer.
Inauguration. I don't know if that's
like 95% of the people in the United States cannot afford an electric Hummer, and the other 5% don't want an electric Hummer. Like, those are giant pieces of garbage. I saw somebody get a new one, and they were doing a review for a YouTube video, and they had driven it around like 10 miles or something like that, and they stopped in the turn lane, and then the whole thing just shut off. Like, when there's a fault or when there's something wrong with the board or something like that, like the whole thing just quits working. And then you can't get it out of, you can't put it in park. Like, everything is locked up. Totally ridiculous.
The other president, especially Obama, if he did that, what would we be hearing from the Republicans?
David in Maryland.
What's Obama's net worth now?
I don't know.
More than a little.
When he assumed office? The 4-year junior senator.
What about oh god, there's so many things. I can't even. But I feel like this is just an excellent example of why so many of these people are unreachable. Like, you can give them facts, you can try to, offer rationale, give them something of substance to cling on to, and it just will never break through. They are
That's because it's an emotional decision for these people, and you can't argue with emotion. So I've been saying for a long time, they're not one fact shy of capitulation. So don't even bother.
No, I'm the same way. I don't try to convince people of anything. And anytime I've got, like, in the real world, if people try saying something nasty to me about Trump, and I'm just like, okay, that's awesome. I'll see you later. I'll just walk away, like, end the conversation.
You guys want to hear something that'll piss you guys off real quick?
Okay.
Probably not.
So Obama is to us what Nigerian princes are to the internet. He literally came in from another country, literally took all of our money, pocketed it himself, and people just kept giving him the money, man.
Yeah.
Now he's trying to find his long lost cousins to get all the wealth from the Nigerian uncle that died overseas. And
when you said his money, I just thought of that immediately.
He has.
I think there was an opening for a chef at his estate. So.
Oh, yeah. Actually, he moved out of the estate after the first chef was found naked in 6 feet of water with a paddleboard above him.
Shoved up his bunghole.
Yeah. What? I have a funny story about a Nigerian prince. So years ago, over 20 years ago, 23, maybe 24 years ago, like, the Nigerian prince scam was hot. I don't know how hot it is anymore. I feel like it's definitely fallen out of favor. People know it when they see it. But I got one of those emails from a Nigerian prince. And, like, the offer was that, there was this money and it was, part of some, I don't know, settlement or something like that. Anyways, they wanted to get me the money. And so I was like, wow, so I catfished the guy, basically. Okay. And so I started a long-term communication with him, like, emailing back and forth on a daily basis, really establishing a baseline for a friendship. Got him to send me pictures of himself and his family, even got him to send me pictures of, like, his passport and birthday. Cause I said, how do I know that this money is real? Like, I'm just like, I've heard a lot of things about, scams like this coming out of Africa. And he was like, oh, my friend, like, please, I told him a fake name too. And so, and I made up a whole family. I said I was married. And I also said I was a pastor to make me seem like, less likely that I was going to be doing to him what I was doing. And then I had like a couple of fake kids. And I was pretty good with Photoshop, and so, like, I created some family photos that didn't exist on the internet in case he was smart enough to go do a reverse image search. And anyways, I just created this whole fictitious life, and I got him on the hook, and I had him on the hook for like over a month. And then I had said that, you know, I was going to be, you know, coming to Nigeria or whatever. And I would be doing the deal to like transfer the money. And like, you know, I said, you know, I'd like to give you something for your trouble. And he was like, oh, no, that's not a problem. He was like, you know, we just need, you know, the transfer, you know, initially of some money. And I was like, not a problem. And so the next day it was supposed to happen. And I didn't respond when I was supposed to. And he starts messaging me because he's getting concerned that maybe I've checked out or figured out that it's a scam. And we had a Skype number that we could contact each other on. And I called him in a panic. I told him that something terrible happened and I needed to leave the country immediately. And I told him that I came home and I found my wife cheating on me and that I killed her.
Oh,
I killed her and I killed her lover. And I
OJ style?
What?
OJ style?
OJ, yes, OJ style.
Did the gloves fit? The gloves fit?
But I was like, I was like sobbing, and I was like, I love her so much, and I can't believe what I've done. And he was like, oh, he was really consoling, and he was like just going through everything with me. And I was like, listen, I said the police know, they're already at the house. I said it's a crime scene. I said I've got to get out of the country right now. I said, listen, I just need you. Oh, and I also got him to send me a check. I totally forgot about that. I got him to send me a fake check, which had, you know, clearly, I don't know, like the process to make it. It was probably just printed off his computer, but like it had like a fake business and there was no money. The account didn't exist. And I actually like gave that to the authorities. But anyways, I was like, I just need you to send me enough money to get a plane ticket to Nigeria. And once I get there, I can do this deal and we will both be set for life and I'll just never come home. And and he was like so invested in the scam and me scamming him that, you know, he like went along with it for a little while, but, you know, really he was never going, he didn't have any money. He wasn't going to give me any money. And so then I basically ended it by pretending that I killed myself.
Oh, what?
That's the end of the story.
I told him, I said, I've got nothing to live for.
Okay, wait.
I'm
You
gonna end
said
it
this
all.
is 24, 25 years ago.
Yeah.
Okay, so people need to understand Zach gets a chain email and goes to extensive lengths. There's no AI photo generators. There's no Google drawings to very quickly make your composite. You might have the disk versions of Photoshop, which it sounds like you did, but this was a significant level of effort.
Oh, it was. Yes.
Because you were pissed off about an email that you got.
Well,
I didn't see the suicide coming. That was a twist ending.
I knew that he was a scammer, and I knew that if he was invested in thinking he was going to be able to scam me, it was less likely that he was going to be able to scam somebody else. And so I had, you know, I worked at home, I was working on the computer, and so I had time in between everything else that I was doing. So so I just took advantage of that.
You're Batman of the internet.
He wasn't
primitive tools, primitive meme.
AIM, not AI, guys.
He wasn't even the only one. I actually did it a bunch of times on Craigslist as well.
Oh my God. You're a serial one of these people?
I used to reply to people's missed connections.
Counter scammer. Is that what we're going with? You're a counter scammer.
Yes. What an asshole.
I was like one of the original counter scammers, like before they had like, you know, big channels on YouTube. And YouTube, I guess YouTube might have just come out like this, because I had my YouTube channel back in like 2008, I want to say. Like that's when I first signed up for it. Yeah, because this was before my daughter was born, so this would have been right around that time. But so I would like fake reply to people's missed connections messages, and I would make like my own fake missed connections, things that were like so utterly ridiculous. And then people would reply, and people would like pretend to be my misconnection. even though like that person didn't exist and the connection never happened. But they would be like so embarrassing and just absolutely unbelievable. And I was just dumbstruck every time somebody would try to convince me that they were this person, that like I ran over some dude's foot at the oil change place, and you know I felt bad and I wanted to give him $100, or oh yeah, hey, that was totally me. You know, like no, it wasn't you. But yes, and much worse. So my idea in starting the Craigslist misconnections emails was that I was going to make a coffee table book of it, essentially. And at the end, I would have like, you know, maybe 100 of these things that were just high quality comedy. And then I would publish them, but I never did it. I ended up spending a lot of time being a dad.
There's a new publishing house that might be interested in that.
It's not Burning Bright Publishing, is it?
just saying. I've heard stories.
So
Lisa says you still do it with emails.
How did you pretend to kill yourself?
Oh, I just told him that that's what I was going to do. I'm like, you're not going to hear from me anymore. Oh. And I said, look in the news in a couple of days in like this location where he believed that I lived. And I just kept imagining him like, you know, like logging on every couple of days and like seeing if maybe he would see it. You know, I said I'm going to be kind of remote, so they may not find me right away.
Did he email you after that for a period of time and then taper off?
Well, he emailed me like once or twice after that, like just seeing if it had really happened, and I never answered. Yeah.
And 24 years later, he's like, "Man, I hope that guy's okay."
What if he's watching the show right now?
To his core, he changed his ways after talking with Zach. By the way, I tried to look up the your glamour shots are gone from this board, Zach.
Well, those glamour shots.
That was the other thing, was people wanted to know if you still have the fake family photos you made, and can you show them?
Oh no. Every like
I found them.
So all of that stuff was on a hard drive that eventually crashed and burned. I mean, those were like old platter drives, and I can't tell you how many computers I've had since then.
I don't like this, guys.
Yeah,
it's always made me uncomfortable.
How dare you say you don't like
well,
Zach?
I mean, if it makes you uncomfortable, imagine how it makes me feel.
Exactly. That's part of it, Zach. I'm telling you, man. I don't like seeing like. There's two times with Zach. There's that picture, and then the Muffin Gate thing. Both those times, like my heart feels for Zach when it's happening. You guys are laughing. I'm like, I don't want to laugh. This is making me want to cry right now. Like, this is
so that's Zach in Michigan pale form. Then
that's me in high school pale form. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. And you know, also, I didn't dress like that on a daily basis. Like I dressed like
bullshit.
I dressed like that.
You didn't know.
You got beat up a lot.
You wore your best for school pictures. You wore your best for school pictures. You look like a gay Dick Tracy. You got it.
I was making a mockery of the senior photo experience because all of the kids in senior year were just like obsessed about, you know, what they were going to wear and how they were going to look and where they were going to take it. And, you know, people sharing photos and spending thousands and thousands of dollars. Like I had zero concern or care about
who the
that.
fuck spends thousands of dollars on their senior photo?
I mean, at that time, kids at my school did. Yeah.
I didn't have to worry about that. I was homeschooled, so
it reminds me of the Dumb and Dumber tuxedos they wear.
that could definitely be it. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean that in the best way, Zach.
Sure,
I love your pictures.
I mean, I did that intentionally, so I'm not that embarrassed by it, but you know, it's just the AI version of me that's unsettling.
Yeah, I would agree.
I don't like the mouth. The mouth is what disturbs me because
it doesn't. It's not. It's not my mouth. Yeah.
Crazy.
So did you guys hear did you hear the badass news on why we vote today?
I did not, but Brad Zerbo's in the house.
Brad.
What's up,
I heard we're talking photos here, so I'd hop on. No, I got nothing to add to that, but it is a legendary photo, I must say.
Absolutely
disturbing. No.
I would spend thousands on that. Yeah.
So, Brad, I was actually thinking about you earlier because Lisa and I were watching a documentary about the Androgata, the mafia in Canada, and I remember thinking, Well, I mean, the Androgynous, it's like southern, it's below Sicily, southern Italy, and they're apparently much more like vicious because they've never been taken seriously, and they had to like overcome the Cosa Nostra. And but what I it was only tangentially related to you just because of where you're from. You know, obviously heavy mafia presence in New York and New Jersey. But what really struck me about it is
not
that
a part of the mafia. Everybody.
I was gonna say, Brad. Oh, really? Is it? Is it?
Allegedly.
What's funny about it is that the Italians like came to Canada like as a clan in the mid 1970s and just immediately took over because Canadians are such pushovers. Like there were already existing crime families in Canada, but like they were like mild in comparison. And they came in and they just started killing people and taking over everybody's business and the territory and stuff.
That's freaking nuts, dude.
Yeah.
And by the way, don't feel bad. I live in American Canada right now, so we're kind of at least laterally neighbors. But that's wild, dude. Yeah. I guess if you go in and just start wreaking havoc in a place where people apologize for everything, you're probably going to take it over.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah, obviously you shoot enough people in the back of the head and leave them laying on the street, somebody's going to notice. And I'm not going to get in that guy's way.
That works, you know.
Thinking of Brad, my father-in-law has always been like anti-conspiracy theory, like not necessarily anti like in a negative sense, just he doesn't want to go there. And over the years, I've tried to red pill him on 9/11, and that's just not possible. I got him and my mother-in-law to watch your documentary, and the conversation after that was a lot of fun.
Ooh,
like,
do tell.
I mean, a guy that is, I mean, he's a pastor and just tends to see things kind of cut and dry. And so, I mean, what you were able to pull off is so undeniable that the question he had at the end was the thing he has the biggest problem with is what did they do with the people?
No, everybody.
I know that was my dad's question as well when we saw it on 9/11 in the theater. And I'm like, Dad, are you kidding me? Like the people in the towers died. They killed 3,000 people.
Plus, they started forever wars and displaced millions of people and
you're like
trillions of dollars.
You're worried about opposed to murder
on a plane, right?
Yeah.
But there's something about that's more like I don't know, real or something in his mind.
Well, it's unsettling.
Personal, exactly. Yeah, like you can create a psyop, you can do all that stuff, but then you're offing several hundred people.
So
that's just cold blooded.
I think the thing that throws off a lot of people real quick that I've noticed is that with the towers and the initial thing we were told was terrorists. Okay, you're terrorists, you got that in your head. On the planes,
terrorists, bro. That's terrorists.
If it's the terrorists, bro. If you're not flying, if the terrorists aren't dying in the building or whatever's going on, when you land the plane and you have to execute people, that's what people can't wrap their head around because they're like,
especially after making them make phone calls.
Exactly. Yeah. Like they can't see the lack of humanity in making someone make their last phone call and then executing them one by one or however they did it. Like they can't fathom that. But it's like, think about the evil that they did leading up to it. That's like that's pennies to that.
Well, and then to be determined. Another friend of mine, I just become friends with him over this past summer, and he's 34 years old, and it blows my mind. He is like normie, like more normie than your average normie, I would say, because he has never even thought about questioning the 9/11 narrative. And so when I was talking about your documentary with a group of friends, we're all together, and I was talking about it. He's like, "I'm not following you. What do you mean? Like that 9/11 was like it was blowing his mind that there was even a possibility that because it wasn't like how dare you question the narrative. It was just something that had never occurred to him to do. And so I've given him the documentary, and he says he's going to watch it. He hasn't watched it yet, to my knowledge, but I'll keep you updated on that because. I mean, like I said, with my in-laws, I mean, they were woken up by COVID in a big way.
Yeah.
My wife and I've been together over 18 years, and it's always been, oh, Jonathan, he'll grow up someday. He's got all these conspiracy theory ideas. And then COVID happens, and they're like, wow, okay, this is crazy. But then even then, post-COVID, I'd be like, hey, so what about 9/11? Oh, man, that's just too much. And then now he's like, what did they do with the people?
Wait, is he saying the government killed people?
Yeah,
they would do that.
No,
in my experience, the best way to like make people question 9/11 is just to bring up the magic passports.
Yeah, dude.
Because
That's
if
gold
you
right
say
there.
that, they're like, how can you explain everything else burning to absolutely nothing? And it actually took down 2 steel frame buildings, but the passports, the magic passports, were just laying there perfectly, waiting for someone to find, unburned. How do you explain that? And they're like, I don't think you can.
I like the meme showing someone making a bulletproof vest out
Oh
of
God,
passports.
passport
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, that's great.
That is so good.
So
I've got that saved somewhere. I'll find that.
Hey.
What's up, you guys? What's
Hey,
happening?
Jay.
Good to see y'all.
Jay and I just finished recording a double part Rolling Stones deep dive audio files. So
Yeah, we've been hard at work all afternoon, so we were joining you a little bit late, but a couple good episodes. We did some deeper tracks, and Ash, I played one for you, so you have to watch tomorrow.
All right,
you don't have to watch till the very end, though.
Just for reference, this is actually the passport of one of the hijackers that made it through completely unscathed. There's not a smudge. There's not a bit of curling. There's no burns, no ash anywhere on it. So this is just such a great picture. I love showing this.
that's the one from the towers. That's the one that allegedly went to Tower 1.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, just incredible. And it wasn't like wasn't punctured or disturbed at all by all of the tons of rubble and concrete. And
they should make buildings out of the passport material, and then none of this would ever happen.
Funny you should say. They've also made entire outfits for superheroes out of passports. Here we go.
The FBI tells NBC News it was some distance from Ground Zero that a civilian found a passport lying on the street belonging to one of the suspected hijackers.
Sir,
Just like
we found the
that, too.
passport belonging to one of the hijackers, blocks away from the attack.
Excellent work, Special Agent. Free the 5 dancers at once. Sir, what if someone just planted the passport there?
Heck! Nonsense, you fool. We must invade the entire Middle East. The indestructible passport is gone. Someone took it.
Who is Passport Man? Did he steal and then reverse engineer the indestructible passport of one of the hijackers? If they made buildings out of passport paper, maybe they'd still be standing. Now I've got to make sure this never gets used the wrong way again.
Michael Bay.
I would have liked an Iron Man style like press conference at the end where he's like, I have a passport, man.
Hey, Brad, I clipped this for you, man.
I turned myself into a pickle and 9/11 was an inside job? Was it? Who cares, Morty?
Yes.
Nice.
Oh, that's good.
CanCon, that was the episode that I was fully sold. Like I was sold when you told me to watch Rick and Morty, but when I got to that one, I was like, that's it for me.
That is the best episode of Rick and Morty. Pickle Rick is by far the best.
And the only thing I've ever known about Rick and Morty is some Asian guy going to a fast food restaurant going, I'm Pickle Rick. So now I at least know what Pickle Rick looks like. It's second.
Oh no, you don't know what Pickle Rick looks like.
That would have been so weird.
Pickle Rick fights all the sewer rats and steals all their organs and molds them to his body so that he can use animatronics to move his arms and fucking takes on the whole Russian embassy.
Yeah, we watched like a 15-minute segment one time, and the audience was really uncomfortable.
Oh yeah.
It must be good.
I'm gonna look up that clip.
Oh, please
Hey,
do.
Ash, have you cracked your whip yet?
Oh. So I tried today. Now I was able to crack the other whip, but I can't crack the one that you gave me.
Really?
I kind of scared myself doing it, and then I thought I was going to hurt myself, so I stopped. But I did actually dress up like the guy in the video with the hat and the jean shirt, and I still have the jean shirt on actually, and the jeans and the boots and everything. And we're not playing that video because it was real bad. It was real bad.
My name is Adam Winrich. He has a lot of good videos, like I've told you, for how to get like the cattlemen's. You know,
I need to study them more, and then in the future,
it's good stuff. It's
Is
exciting.
it like snapping a towel?
No, because that's what the mistake that people make is they like crack it and like try to bring it back. You want to throw it out and away from you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And don't muscle the whip.
Don't muscle the whip. Do it on grass.
It's all in the
all that
wrist.
kind of stuff. Yeah. Well, it's just I mean, in a properly made whip, you just kind of throw it out there and with like the right form and everything, and then it'll pop.
Yeah.
I asked Alpha if he knew in Deadwood. I asked Alpha if he knew at the crack of a whip what the sound actually, how it was made, and he had no idea. And when I told him, he called me a liar. And then he looked it up, and he was like, "Wow, you're fucking right. It's breaking the sound barrier."
I think it was Smarter Every Day, one of those YouTube channels with a slow-mo camera, actually like did a slow-mo image. They got someone to crack the whip right in front of the camera, and they verified the sound, like the sonic boom.
I'm looking that up now. Slow motion whip crack.
That video you sent, Brad, is ridiculous and hilarious.
This is 1,000 frames
Rick
per
and
second.
Morty.
That's not slow enough.
Can it be played on the show cam? Or
Yeah, absolutely. I shouldn't have watched it before you guys watched it because I started cracking up while you guys were talking, so I look like an idiot. Oh man,
This is all I've ever known of Rick and Morty to this
it's
day.
so good. I think CanCon might love this.
I have no access in the StreamYard. If someone wants to play it, they can. But
I can do it. I thought I was waiting for somebody else to pull it up.
I don't see it.
Okay, hold on. I got it. It was in the chat. I just need to pull it up. Okay.
What the fuck?
This is funny.
I want Szechuan sauce. Where's my Szechuan sauce? I'm Pickle Rick. What below the dum dum? I'm Pickle Rick.
Okay, so this.
What's wrong with you?
What the heck?
Drugs are bad, okay?
What?
I don't know.
Did you guys see that guy? Yeah, I got the whole video.
Oh
my gosh, that was hilarious.
Wow. The Szechuan sauce is not the Pickle Rick episode, though. That's the that has another 9/11 reference, though.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the simulation theory episode.
Yeah,
maybe he was just generally trying to string together a couple of references to
maybe
the show.
I guess.
Probably all he remembers.
But Pickle Rick's a very specific reference.
Yeah, you'll see the loop going down the whip on this. Oh, that's a little bit too fast.
What shitty camera work?
Right.
Yeah, that's not fast. That's not slow enough. The camera.
Well, you can still kind of see the loop that gets formed, and then the taper of the whip allows it to speed up and accelerate to the point it breaks the sound barrier. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. All right,
cool.
I'm gonna see if we can find a real slow motion whip crack.
Yeah, like something. Is 1,000 frames per second enough?
Probably not.
I'm looking for those guys that do like the 60,000 frames per second with like bullets going through ballistic gel and stuff.
Yeah,
why does this one like have like a crazy thumbnail? Look at the thumbnail and then look at the actual video.
That's a Y-Chrome's thumbnail.
Look at the thumbnail and then look at the video. What the fuck, man? That is false advertising.
Dude, that's how they get people to watch. I'm surprised that there's only 41 people watching. Probably they did exactly what you did. They clicked on it and they were like, "Where's the boobs?"
That's so
There'll be like 55 views after this. After tonight.
Here we go. I got one in 1,000 frames per second. Here we go.
It's probably the same.
We'll see.
Let's see. I don't know if 1,000 is going to be enough.
Well, they'll tell us. Okay.
My name is Thomas Sagers, and today I'm going to demonstrate how a whip cracks in super slow motion. So there are two cracks that I'm going to demonstrate.
This isn't going to be it, I don't think.
Is this dude Russian?
No, he's homeschooled.
And the second one is the overhand split.
Easy to mix up the two.
The key to cracking a whip is to form a loop, and that loop moves down the whip faster and faster until it breaks the speed of sound. The reason this happens is the whip tapers from being thick and heavy right after the handle to being very thin and light at the end. The force that's used to move the handle travels down the whip, and it's enough to make the end break the sound barrier. If we slow the footage down even more, we can better see how the formation of the loop is essential to making the whip crack.
And he's got a whole channel devoted to this one subject.
That was
like I said last time. There's a whole corner of YouTube that is for this. Here's the Smarter Every Day. I put it in the studio chat. He's got the actual high speed camera.
I think I've actually seen this video before. Here we go.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. Oh, that's some whip.
What's up? I'm Destin.
Right
this is Smarter Every Day. This is a bullwhip. And that crack you hear, is this breaking the sound barrier? My question is why or how? Like, if you think about it, your arm's never leaving your body and something's going faster than the speed of sound in just a few hundred milliseconds and over several feet. That's a big deal.
Okay, now would be an excellent time for me to explain April. April Choi. So April is an engineer first and foremost.
With NASA, actually.
I think all this whip business is just a reason for you to explore
fluid dynamics.
Fluid dynamics. I really do. So April on the internet, you may have seen her Guinness Book of World Records whip stuff. She's good with whips. But what's really interesting about April is your brain.
There's something in fluid dynamics known as the no-slip boundary condition. That means air molecules that are right next to this fluffy part stay next to that fluffy part.
And so it's pulling that air with.
Do you think she's
That
trans?
sounds retarded.
I
was
wondered
about to
that.
say absolutely.
Yeah, because I've seen a lot of her videos for teaching how to do whip cracks. She's got a lot of good tutorials, and every time I see her, I'm like, "Is that a dude?"
Yeah, I think that
there an
voice is
Adam's
a dead
apple?
giveaway. Okay, we'll see her talking and tell me. Let's see if we catch an Adam's apple.
It depends whether or not you're using a Lagrangian framework,
man.
which centers on here, or a Eulerian framework that centers on the overall mesh.
That's what I was thinking. I was wondering if it was a Lagrangian or Eulerian framework, but I wasn't going to say anything.
The first thing we did is create a new tip for the bullwhip and attach it to the whip. And then after that, we set up the camera system.
The way we're getting this shot is using the Schlieren technique, and this is what took us so long to coordinate. Basically, we have a point light source right here, and that light is coming out, it's spreading out, it's hitting this mirror, this parabolic mirror, and as it comes back, what it's doing is it's converging to this point right here. You can see there's the light coming through at the focal point, and then we've got red and green gels right there, and then that's scary. Go watch Derek's video on Schlieren. It's better than this one. We're just going to show you how a whip breaks the sound barrier. That is unnerving.
After everything was set up, we literally got cracking.
Okay, I triggered. Let's see what it did.
We learned two major things in my buddy's garage. First, a question though. At what point in the whip extension do you think the crack happens? So growing up, I used to play Castlevania a lot. And so for me, it made sense that the crack of the whip would happen at full extension of the whip, because that's what you want to do with the bad guys, right? You want to keep them as far away from you as possible. When we set up the high-speed camera expecting the whip to crack like it does in Castlevania, the shockwave would always enter the field of view before the whip did.
Whoa.
Therefore, it was clear that the crack was happening before the whip was fully extended.
So it's cracking way back there.
It's cracking before we think.
No.
I learned something. I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either.
It actually happens as the whip unrolls, not at the end like I thought. And in order to visualize what's happening, we switched from the overhand strike to the sidearm strike. What you're about to see here are two engineers that have researched this stuff, and we're totally blown away because the experiment worked, and we're starting to see things for the first time that we totally didn't expect.
Okay. We are getting somewhere.
Whoa.
Wow, that's cool.
It was like a sonic
sweet.
boom from Gully.
Yeah.
Guile.
The second thing we learned in the garage is there may be a mechanism that's causing it to accelerate just before breaking the sound barrier.
Those strands right there are not in tension. You see that?
Yeah, it's chaos.
And then there's this moment
They all come together.
where they all come together, and when it starts to pull, that's when the initial shockwave starts.
So when it's the collapse.
The collapse is when it happens.
And the drag coefficient is going down.
The fact that we're seeing a new mechanism
Drag
is a
coefficient.
really big deal. So obviously we have to take this more seriously.
We just figured out how whips work. We should totally publish this.
Yeah.
Whip shockwaves have been studied from both the
All right, is that enough geeking out?
Yeah,
They call that string theory.
Hey, just real quick, it's still not as fast as this motherfucker.
He's been doing this for more than 30 years.
Oh, yeah, that's legend.
Just how fast? Thanks to slow motion, we're able to time his draws to less than 0.2 of a second.
You ever seen this guy's act?
Fast, maybe,
No.
but could he hit
Yeah.
anything?
Oh, bro, watch
Was
this.
anyone drawing that fast?
What?
He didn't have any
Geek
trouble
out on
hitting
his
this
videos
puck before
later.
it hit the
Just
ground.
go down the rabbit hole.
Bro.
And this balloon didn't have a prayer. But watch this.
Watch it.
Now watch again carefully in slow motion. In 1/10 of a second, he fires off not one but two shots, hitting both balloons dead on. Not too many young gunslingers offer to take Munden on, but even as fast as he is, he says he would never have been a gunslinger in the Old West.
You never seen that guy?
No.
That
So
guy's
does
crazy,
he have a
man.
YouTube channel?
No, dude. This video was from like 30 years ago.
There's videos of him out there, though.
Yeah, there's another one here.
So hang on, before we get off the whip topic, the sound of breaking the sound barrier is all the individual strands of the cracker coming together?
No. So when you throw it out, as you're pulling it back, the tip has to go all the way through where it originated. So
Jonathan, can you answer?
You whip it around.
The only thing I would say is don't pull it.
Mansplain it to her. The female here needs
I like, if I'm going to be mansplained too, I would prefer it be somebody that knows what they're talking about.
Just
on the
don't pull
topic.
back. Just don't pull back. Just throw it out and start. Like I said, start with the cattleman's crack. Anyone who has a bullwhip, start with the cattleman's crack.
Okay, hang on. I'm talking specifically about what they showed us in that video and where they said it was chaos, right? Those aren't intention. They're in chaos. And what we watched in that slow frame was all of the strands. So the cracker has a whole bunch of different strands, right?
You call
And
it a
we
cracker.
Isn't that what it's called?
That is
You
the technical
people.
term.
Yeah. So we watched them all kind of come together, and then it seemed like that was where the trail part happened.
Well, what
Did I
that looked like to me
misunderstand?
is that as the cracker is curled, and then it's not really, like they're pointing out, it's not really under tension until kind of like what Brian was saying. At the end, it is finally all reaching and extending out, and it's just that last little 2 inches.
Say that again?
Finally,
But
it's the
they
last
said
little 2 inches
that
that counts.
both of them
No,
said
no,
that
no, say
that
the
the
kinda like
actual
Brian was
crack
saying.
happened
Oh, yeah, there you go.
before it was fully extended. They
Well,
both said
so
that.
Like Brian was saying part
because that's the point at which that the end of the cracker begins to accelerate is when it's finally under tension at that last little curl. So it's not breaking the sound barrier once it extends straight. It's breaking the sound barrier right before it extends straight. That's kind of the way I took it.
Yeah.
Cool.
But either way, it's fun.
That to you, Ash.
Remember, mansplaining is explaining it and by man.
Wasn't actually you told me that that crack happened when you pulled it back, and the first thing Jonathan said
I
was
said
don't
when
pull
you
it back.
when you pull it back,
Yeah.
the tip has not yet completed its journey
That's
all the way
what she
to
said.
the full extension.
Try
So when
crack
you
it,
whip it,
don't pull it back because it'll
well,
come back.
You got to
at
give
you.
it a little. Well, yeah, but you got to
Nope.
give it a little. You go. whoosh.
Nope. Literally your motion is your arm could stay fully extended and it will still crack. In fact, it's
I've
better
never,
if
I've
you
never
don't
done a
pull
whip
back.
crap that. I've never done
Yeah.
a whip crack that way.
So,
I've done it.
Brian was wrong.
Yeah.
No, Brian was right. I can.
I mean,
clip
there's
it. I'll
there's
clip
more
it
than
and
one
put it
way
on
to
the
finish
finish
never
or
will.
onto.
Yeah. But especially when you're first beginning, because like the Adam Winrich guy I sent you, like he's crazy. He does all kinds, like he
Yeah.
does like drum roll stuff with 2 different whips.
Yeah.
And he'll move it like he's trying to redirect it in different directions. But if you're just going for one single crack, then you don't want to pull it back towards you unless you know what you're doing.
That was really cool to see in the slow motion what the actual cracker was doing
Oh,
at,
yeah.
at the point that it makes the sound. That was not
So
what I was
mean,
expecting to
Ash.
see.
He was just moving his arm.
Ass that slip.
Good times.
You can't be racist against white people. with a
I'm not being
certain
racist.
sound.
You are, not me. You're the
No,
one who called him the C word.
none of us can be racist against white people because white people are the ultimate evil.
We are. It's terrible.
Oh, I get what you're saying. I got you. I've heard that one
my
before.
God.
I left that one behind when I was a kid.
Cam,
I was
did
like,
you
that
see
doesn't
the
make sense.
Did you see the video I played on Daily this morning?
No, what was it?
Oh my God, let me see if I can find this. It is so bad. Let me see if I can
So
find it.
bad?
Go ahead, keep talking.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Oh, it's dude. It's like, ugh.
The baddest.
I'll watch it.
When you guys were a couple weeks ago, or maybe a month or so ago, and you brought up that guy for how to make a cracker, that Caliber whips dude with the sunglasses and the hat. I've watched his videos, and when you guys like Cam just started laughing and said he saw him because the dude he is such a homeschooler.
It's man.
Like
First of all,
everyone
it's
just
like,
started laughing. So
go ahead.
No, that's fine.
I was just saying I was so surprised, first of all, at how deep his voice was, but then I was like, why is it so deep? It was almost like he was trying to go.
Yo, he probably had just gone through voice change.
Brad, is that a pig or a dog?
It's a dog.
It sounds like a little pig. This is a Sparky. Now I can't reach my mute button.
Oh my goodness.
Let Sparky go. Let him just growl.
Check this out, bro.
I already know where this is going.
Oh, here we go.
Welcome to America.
She could just take her hands out.
Tell me what
I'm
you
all
think.
for these people humiliating themselves.
Just so
I'm glad they
much.
do this shit. They're worse.
Kleenexes, please.
Is that Mike Tyson?
I've always been interested in history and the history of Black people. I took Afrocentric classes at U of L.
She's pretty clear then.
In West Kentucky Street.
Had a black friend once.
Read so many books, and now I belong to a church that's
I watched The Color Purple.
American, and I wouldn't be anywhere else.
Why is she shackled?
Thank you.
Oh, struggle session. Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
I belong to a church that's primarily African American, and I wouldn't be anywhere else.
Hold on, I'll let him go. Did you play a video a while ago of the ladies? Remember that? Maybe it wasn't you. It was like a dinner where like these white people, these older white or not older, these liberal white ladies that were really rich and they pay a lot of money to be like scolded and mistreated. Was that you that played it on the show?
No.
Okay. Well, anyway, that one was, it was just like that, but it was like these ladies would pay, I think it was close to like $1,000 to go to a dinner and like have to like confront their white privilege and be talked down to and stuff. And like, first of all, whoever said it, I think it was Brad who said like, I like these people humiliating themselves. I'm like that too. But the thing that pisses me off, and it's obviously it's because I'm black, is like, how dare you, man, as a black man, use stuff. This always pisses me off. Use actual struggles of people hundreds of years ago to try to promote whatever type of like complex you have. Like that's to me, that's unforgivable.
That's a good point. Yeah.
You're shitting on your ancestors' graves, man. They literally fought for something that was real, and you're making a mockery of it.
Did you see the clip of was it's not Beyonce, is it Serena Williams?
Serena,
that, like,
oh my god.
Walked by the cotton plant and was like, oh, why are we making a plant out of cotton?
Hold on.
Pull that up. Pull that up.
I don't have the Serena one. I have a response that's really funny.
Oh well,
I have.
This is a great point though, Cam. It's like there were a lot of people who went through some horrific stuff, and then you got dudes who are living in the greatest country. You can't even, I mean, even being poor here, you could go beg and get $10 and go eat something off the McDonald's dollar menu. You can't even starve in this country. And then they're just trying to use that for whatever, for clicks.
Dude, in the Democrat-run cities, you can get everything for free, man. Like you are like everyone is privileged. Everyone is not unfairly, like they don't deserve the privilege that they're getting. Like you get more than you deserve in this country. It's crazy.
All right, Cam, do you have the response pulled up?
Yeah.
Okay, here's the original video.
All right, everyone. How do we feel about
oh my god
as decoration?
Insufferable.
Personally, for me, it doesn't feel great.
Oh.
So
you're probably wearing cotton.
That's Serena. What the hell happened to her face?
There's like 3 Serenas, bro. Like, and I'm not saying it's the same person, but like she's had 3 different surgeries.
That
have just
motherfucker
completely
is
changed
not
her.
real.
Yeah, that's a dude too.
Serena Williams is not real.
Like they definitely did not think about your black ass when they decided to use cotton as a
they should have. That's the point.
They're like, one day Serena Williams is going to walk through here and she's worth like $300 million, and we really want to offend her by putting this little decoration with cotton in it, and meanwhile she's wearing cotton that's touching her skin.
It doesn't look like cotton though, Brian. So therefore,
What you don't know is that Serena is so risk averse to cotton that she only wears artificial fibers, and at home she also doesn't use processed cotton balls either. And you know,
I feel
I
like
don't know what
you're
you're gonna
not
do if you
making
get her
this
around
up.
sugarcane or anything like that either. I mean, you just gotta.
You guys got it. All right. So
I
this
think
is
the
from
art installment is pretty, just for the record.
We have
like
a
it.
cotton wreath at our house.
I like it.
So
You
it says
racist.
I know.
Clearly.
So it
We
says
picked it
uncomfortable.
ourselves.
Serena Williams calls out New York City hotel cotton plant decoration doesn't feel great. Whatever. All right. So this guy.
What happens
Zeke
when she looks in the mirror?
right? You don't want you looking in our mirror.
Doesn't feel great.
She has blonde hair. Cam,
Cultural appropriation.
Cam, I'm not trying to rub this in, but how many black women have you seen with natural blonde hair?
Not a one.
Damn it! I forgot that lady's name. I was gonna
Natural blonde hair.
I was gonna name the is it Rachel Dolezal or whatever. I was gonna say
Well,
Rachel Dolezal.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
remember
Dolezal.
that?
She's
Yeah.
the other one, I
All
think.
right. Well played, Cam.
When I lived in
Well played.
Africa, I did see a few albinos that were they looked at like African features, but they had blonde hair.
Yeah, a lot of albinos
my hair
do.
turned
That
red.
counts, but that's like a genetic abnormality, though. Right? You know.
Well,
so
I think so is Serena, right? I mean, that's
definitely.
Oh yeah,
Is,
there was
do you
that
guys
Black
think she's a
Lives Matter
guy?
guy that was blonde at Sir Major, I think his name was. Somewhat natural.
Sir
All
Major.
right,
But he was
let me read this
he
real
was
quick.
albino, I think.
Let me
Sorry.
read this real quick.
Go for it.
So Zeke Arkham says, "Dear Serena." By the way, here I'll just show you the picture of Zeke so you guys know. That's Zeke.
Yeah, I follow Zeke. It's cool.
Yeah. So anyway, so Zeke says, "Dear Serena, I know exactly how you feel. I accidentally cut myself and I got a bag of cotton and some alcohol. I picked one and immediately I could hear the cries of my ancestors told on the field. I fell to the floor screaming and crying because I couldn't feel their pain. Out of nowhere, Harriet Tubman appeared and told me she could get me to freedom. Initially, I expressed confusion because I was in my own house and thought I was already free, but she pointed a musket at me and told me she wasn't going to jeopardize lives. I agreed. Anyway, I'm in Canada right now, trying to make my way back to New York. I feel all of your pain, though. Damned cotton.
that's great.
That's good.
Oh man,
yeah.
When I saw that earlier, I was laughing out loud. Literally, I was like, "Zeke, you fucking got her, bro."
It's a great example of how these people deserve to be treated with mockery. That's
absolutely
the best way.
Yeah. I love you see them like they'll do that in New York. Well, they'll set up. I think there's like the Black Israelites do this a lot, and they'll go up and kiss their feet and stuff. It's like, dude, if you are such a fucking loser that you would even participate in that, you absolutely deserve. You deserve it. You deserve to do that for Wall Street people.
Well, remember during the
You're
Summer
saying
of
that
Love,
you're
that's all you saw. I mean, Summer of Love, George Floyd riots. I mean, you had white people just looking for black people to like wash their shoes and stuff, and kiss them.
It's a great time to be black. I gotta say,
Brad, are you?
I hope they're enjoying it because I don't think it's gonna last too
Brad,
much.
are you saying that you would be okay with the Black Hebrew Israelites taking the white people that are stupid enough to participate in these ritual struggle sessions? That you would be okay with the Black Hebrew Israelites taking those white people as slaves? Because I actually don't hate it.
Go for it. If you can get them to do it.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like they could probably get away with it.
I thought I was going to
It
get
would help
yelled
their
at
white
for a
guilt.
second there. I'm very relieved.
Hey, Kanye said slavery is a choice.
I have a black story for us. Did you know
Show's not
that
canceled at all.
that
He's black, it's okay.
That there is
mostly
black. There's a black tribe of Scotland. Okay.
What?
And I'm just gonna play it for you because she's going to explain everything.
I love it already.
African tribe who are camping in the woodlands in the Scottish borders are refusing to leave despite an eviction notice from the local council. They've been calling themselves the Kingdom of Cabala and have set up camp close to the town of Jedburgh. The deadline for them to move from the site is midday today. Our Scotland correspondent Connor Gillis is there for us. Connor, it's such an extraordinary story, isn't it? Explain who this tribe are, where they've come from, and why they're living in the rather chilly, I imagine, surrounds of Jedburgh at the moment.
First of all, why in the fuck is she indulging them? Like, why is she calling them a tribe? This is not a tribe. This is just like a couple of black people.
How dare you?
They just set up shop in the middle of the forest in Scotland, and they've claimed this land as their ancestral home. But
I was
look,
about to say, man, that's the
I love it.
ancestral home.
this guy is like in the middle of the forest, just surrounded by a couple of tents, and he's talking to them, and there's like zero irony in their voices. Just listen.
Yeah, good morning, Jane. This is certainly up there with one of the most bizarre tales that we will tell you today on Sky News. Welcome to the so-called Kingdom of Cabala, the place, the location here in the Scottish borders in the town of Jedburgh, where a self-proclaimed African tribe are here. They are saying they are reclaiming land taken from their ancestors 400 years ago, and they have set up camp. They have set up life here by all intents and purposes. You see
because of Pangea.
The tents.
I was just
no, camp. He only 400 years ago.
No, that's what they think. No, that's what they think. They think 400 years ago the Earth
a long
was
time
all
ago.
together in one place.
As far
They're
back
all
as we can think.
intents and purposes.
Okay, so they do explain why they believe this is their ancestral home, and just be prepared, because if you know anything about history, it's hilarious.
Members of this community have been living, and they call themselves the King, the Queen, and the Handmaiden.
There's also a child there. They don't mention that. There's a woman who ran with her child to Scotland from the United States to join this tribe, and I'm pretty sure that she's wanted because it's technically kidnapping.
Members of this community, and it has become somewhat of a spectacle here in Scotland over the past few months. Clearly, this is a very unusual sight anywhere, but certainly here in this small town of the Scottish borders has proved quite controversial. Let's get a sense as to why the so-called tribe are here. Let's speak to the man calling himself the King of the Kingdom of Cabala.
Oh, the King, let's go!
I actually love these people already.
Okay.
I would let them stay alone just for this get up.
The outfits are great, and they are painting their faces white. I don't know if
that's
like
racist. That's
yeah,
racist.
Racist
That's white face.
Hey,
I would never do white face,
Crocodile
guys.
Dundee, the indigenous.
They're in Scotland. They're trying to blend in.
I was going to say, that's what I think it is. Yes, yes.
Time on Sky News. What is the reason for you being here, sir?
The prophecy must be fulfilled. The reclaim of the land, which belongs to our forefathers. I am the King of Cabala, and I have come to reclaim my heritage, the lost tribe and the lost land for my ancestors.
You're on land, though, that does not belong to you. It belongs to Scottish Borders Council. They want you out.
The land and the earth belongs to the creator of the heavens and the earth. No one belongs to the earth apart from the Kingdom of Cabala. The skies, the earth is for the Kingdom of Cabala, and we have come to stay.
I get it.
Hello, madam. You know, the council are saying that this cannot continue. You need to get off their land, and this is not something that is sustainable. What do you say in response to that?
We only follow the laws of the Creator who has given this land to us. It already belongs to us. It was the land of black people, Jacobites, 400 years ago.
The Jacobites, 400 years ago, were not black. Wow. Okay.
This isn't like a theater troupe or something.
Well, you know, I thought perhaps at first, but this has been going for quite some time now. I mean, long enough for them to get an eviction notice from the local council.
Can I be here for
Before they were
Halloween?
deported.
Yes, you can. You can.
And because she has white face, you don't have to put black
I
face
know.
on.
I was just thinking that. I could just do,
Exactly.
Just that red thing.
Reclaim our heritage. This is our land. No one should be able to tell us to leave this land. It belongs to our forefathers. We are the true Jacobites. We are the Highlanders.
The law says, though, that you must leave.
The Creator is who we listen to. There is no man-made law which is bigger than the Creator of the heavens and the earth. His laws is our precepts and what we walk with.
So you are planning to stay here for the foreseeable future. You won't be leaving, is that right?
Our tribes are coming. The rest of the people are coming from all the four corners of the earth, from Trinidad and Tobago, from Jamaica, from Suriname, and they are coming back to their own land. This is the land of the people, not for Edomites. This is the land for black people, and they are coming back home.
Let me just speak to the lady here. You are calling yourself the handmaiden in this camp. What does that mean? What's your role, and why are you here?
I am the handmaiden, and my role is to do all the housework, most of the housework. Obviously, we all put
an
in
American accent
in every area.
This
but
is
if
the
the
American
chores
girl.
aren't done, if the
She's got
tent
a
isn't
shitty
clean,
job,
if the
man.
camp, if everything is not where it needs to be, I am held responsible. In the kingdom, in the palace, if everything is not tidy, if everything is not
Palace?
where the queen wants it to be,
Chick, can we send
then
her back to America to
I am
hold some
responsible
classes?
for training the maids and the handmaids.
Is that
So the true irony
How
here
is
is
she
that
held
she's
responsible?
come to Scotland to become an indentured servant.
Yeah, that's
to
what
fake
To
royalty.
squatters.
Yeah.
No,
She's-
if they
she's-
zoom the camera out, they'd realize this is just Renfest.
Yeah.
It's like African Week at Renfest. Like they'd zoom out and yeah, wow.
The king said it's dangerous. Though. The king throwing around Highlander.
There could be only one. I was waiting for him to say that.
You better make sure that thing's
100%.
sharpened.
This is my calling. This is my purpose. This is what I was created to do. So yes.
Aim higher.
Born to be a slave.
So clearly that is the situation.
What's he ringing this bell for?
He wants
Is
some
he
water.
is he calling more indentured servants over?
Yeah.
Sustenance.
Here.
Bring me another birch bark stick to chew.
In the so-called Kingdom of Cabala in Jedburgh in the Scottish borders. But if we take you over here, just this has been something of a journey. Just across the fence here is where this self-proclaimed African tribe had been living on private land. And through the legal wranglings, the legal process here in Scotland, eviction notices were sent and they were delivered, they were acted on. And essentially, the folk that you've just been seeing and hearing from switched across the fence onto this territory, which is the property
they lost.
of the local council. And we've been getting some reaction from the authority in the past few minutes.
We were obviously very relieved yesterday to get the news that we had been granted the eviction order. So obviously we're looking to execute that in an appropriate manner. I think we have to be aware of what happened last time where they moved simply to another piece of land. So we're obviously looking at this in a much
20
more
feet over.
coordinated effort.
Yeah,
They
20
are
feet.
clever and they know what they're doing.
Good thing that their castle is a fence.
This is fake, right?
Easy to move.
No,
Hang on a second.
This is real.
Hang on a second. The
Yeah.
fact that they moved that 20 feet is why they lost and are not going to be successful. Oh, we were over there on private land. We got them to move 20 feet. The second they move, it doesn't, the eviction notice on the piece of paper doesn't mean anything. This guy, yelling at them doesn't mean anything. They already lost because they negotiated against themselves and moved the 20 feet.
Well, I mean, they're also not Scottish citizens. I don't think that they have valid visas. I mean, like, there's all kinds of ways that they can probably remove them from this situation. But given the climate in Europe, I'm wondering if there isn't a bit of that white guilt, which is stopping them from, like, forcefully removing them and just, like, kicking them out altogether.
The only answer to the creator. Zach.
Will they have to get a digital ID?
Did you guys ever see the Family Guy episode where Peter Griffin realized that he was in his own country and
Utopia?
yeah. And what did they do?
That's it.
They cut him off completely from the rest of the country. That's what they need to do. Like, these people are going to the grocery store and then coming back. They don't have farm. They don't have farmland. They don't have crops. They don't, have any of that. Just cut them off, man. Like, when they try and leave to go to the grocery store, be like, no, you're confirmed. You're confined to Cabala or whatever the hell the name was.
The kingdom.
Well, I think it's even simpler than that. I mean, you like a meme on X or Facebook and they'll arrest you and take you down to the station. I mean, where's the paddy wagon? I mean, all they got to do is throw some cuffs on these people, put them in a holding cell at the airport and let immigration deal with it.
That is absolutely.
Is there immigration there? I mean, see, they let anybody into this country. So,
yeah, I mean, every nation is going to have their own version of immigration and customs enforcement. I mean, somebody talked to them at the airport for sure.
So certainly the next steps from the council's perspective here in Jeddah is to evict the people you see behind me from this land. The question is, where will they go next? Will this continue?
20 feet to the right.
Under. Neighbouring land. Well, certainly Sky News understands that conversations are being held with landowners surrounding here to try and prevent that from
Just
happening.
ringing this bell, man.
Yeah.
You can ring my bell. Ring my bell.
Ring
All right,
my
gentlemen.
bell. You can ring my bell.
My wife came home with Taco Bell, so I'm out.
Wow.
Speaking of bells,
I haven't seen her all day.
You should have led with the wife part, not you shouldn't have brought up the
Say
Taco
hi to
Bell.
Christy.
Hey,
I
Christy.
will do that. See you guys later.
Hey, Christy.
See you, Brad.
All right. Well, it's also 12:08. So why don't we go through the rants? I've got those.
Before we do rants, can I share one thing? And it's also a pitch for the Badlands groups.
Of course.
So badlandsmedia.tv/groups. We have a lot of fun. And last week, I have to find it. Here it is. Okay. Last week, we went in the Mountain States Badlander group. We went to the Oktoberfest that was happening here. And none of the guys would get in the video with us, but we did listen to German music. And
Oktoberfest, Castle Rock, Colorado.
I see why the guys didn't get in there.
yeah, because they're pussies. It's fun. They had one of those like old timey like 40s singing groups, you know, the kind of pinup doll girls that with the hair and everything. They did a whole set of I don't know, Gaga songs and everything, but done in kind of that I can't
barbershop quartet, sort of.
Yeah, but the like wartime girl,
Mr.
thing.
Sandman,
USO show.
Bring me a dream.
Exactly that. Yeah, and they were really cool, and we had a lot of fun. It's like a good time.
That's
So
nice.
badlandsmedia.tv/groups. There's meetups happening all over the place. I saw a whole bunch of them posted in the different GART chats today. There's fun to be had in real life with Badlanders happening all over the place. So badlandsmedia.tv/groups.
And on that note, the reason why Brad and I were recording our show for tomorrow is because I will be at a SoCal Badlanders meetup tomorrow in Seal Beach, California at O'Malley's Irish Pub on Main Street in Seal Beach, land of Bay Theater Dave. So we'll see him there.
Nice.
And yeah, it's always
What's
good
up,
to
Bay
see
Theater
that.
Dave?
So yeah, so if you're around, it's between 1 and 6, and usually 6 means more like midnight. So come anytime, we'll be there.
Yeah, we have one tomorrow, or not tomorrow, on Sunday at 2 p.m. at Tijuana Joe's in East Cobb, Marietta. So make sure you head over to that. Jackie's put a link to the Badlands Media thing, but you can find on the page.
Awesome, man. They're everywhere.
Yeah.
All right. And
before we get, well, if I may,
yes.
Just make an announcement that John has offered to host a podcast that I was thinking of doing. It'll be pre-recorded episodes, like, because with my schedule I can't do it live, but probably thinking on Sundays. It won't start this Sunday. I'm still getting things ready to go. But the basic premise is to discuss the ideas of Lysander Spooner and then eventually put them into practice in analyzing political issues of the day. That's kind of my hobby horse.
And what's it going to be called?
It's going to be called the No Treason Podcast, which won out over Forking with Spooner.
Oh man!
As I told Ash, I didn't want to have to explain to my daughters if they had overheard that that A, it's hilarious, and B, it's inappropriate, and I don't have to have that conversation. So
fair point.
But yeah, so they'll be pre-recorded. I'm hoping maybe not this upcoming Sunday, but the one after, be kind of a late afternoon pre-record, about a half an hour. We'll be going through Lysander Spooner's essay, No Treason, the Constitution of No Authority, and just sort of parsing through what he's saying. I think he's got ideas that need to be part of the conversation moving forward. And so I'm pretty excited about it. Definitely very thankful for John offering to host it here on Badlands. But yeah, it's a No Treason podcast up and coming.
Awesome.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah, definitely looking forward to
definitely
it.
hit me up on Telegram for when we get ready, and then I'll set you up with that. That's cool.
Absolutely.
You know what else I'm looking forward to?
What?
Nourishing my skin. Oh, there's no script. Where's the Well,
there should be one with
this is the new
I
one.
have it.
It
I have
didn't
it. I
the
have
script.
it. Put it back up.
Okay.
Get ready to ignite a revolution with soft disclosure. This isn't just a product drop. It's a full-on movement that's about to shake things up. This is personal care that doesn't mess around, no compromises, just pure, unapologetic quality. First up, the lotion, supercharged with aloe, goat milk, and our exclusive Badlands oil blend. This isn't your average drugstore goop. It's a barrier-restoring powerhouse. Choose unscented when you want clean and simple, or vanilla citrus when you want to smell like you actually give a damn. Then the deodorant, natural, aluminum-free, straight-up badass. Built to last 2 months of daily use with scents like crisp mint or bold lemon grapefruit. And coming soon, lavender tea tree. I have a sample of it, and I love it. It's going to be awesome. You guys are going to love it, too. No gimmicks, just protection that actually delivers. Finally, the tallow bar. And no, it's not deodorant. It's a vanilla coffee tallow bar stick. Primal fuel for skin that's been through hell. Rub it where you need it. Serious moisture. Elbows, hands, knees, basically anywhere you're tired of feeling like sandpaper. Every bottle, stick, and bar is handcrafted in Colorado by Badlanders who live and breathe truth. Partnering with Willow and Farm and Badlands Media, we're putting our money where our morals are. Soft disclosure. Make truth your routine. Head to softdisclosure.com and use code Badlands for $5 off and join the fight today.
It puts the lotion on its skin or else it gets the hose again.
So good.
Sure.
Okay. So, first up, we have a big thank you. And Brad, if you would you check to see if we've got any boosts that we need to call out as well?
Absolutely.
Appreciate you. The Meerkat says, at Patel Patriot, indicia is the plural of indicium, meaning a sign, indication, or distinguishing mark, or in their words, the hallmarks. Indicia, as opposed to indicia, my preference for weed. Okay.
So when I saw that earlier, I thought the whole time he was talking about indica, and I was just like, "Oh, I'm excited for this one." It's only at the end.
Kind of anticlimactic.
Miller Biz says, greetings from the putrid cesspool of Washington, D.C., although it's slightly less putrid than it used to be. Thanks, President Trump. Anyone else from the D.C. area or Northern Virginia? Fed. Hello, fellow Badlander family. And I had a story about Virginia or West Virginia that I was supposed to tell early in the show, and I forgot. And CanCon's not here now, so he won't even get to hear it. Ekminivalus, best hockey national anthem singer was Wayne Messmer. He sang USA and Canada's anthems.
Yep, he is good.
Elizabeth 5326. Thank you so much, Elizabeth. Volunteering to sing US and Canada anthems at the next GART. I'm pretty damned awesome. No ego, just a gift. Well, Elizabeth,
I like the confidence.
Yeah, I like it too.
Yeah,
I want
I
to hear him
appreciate it.
sing now.
So definitely reach out, and we'll see if we can make that happen.
And definitely karaoke.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then Trump NATO 4 says, ask Zach to replay his nipple investigation on his stream yesterday.
Trump NATO 4 just wants to see boobs again.
Right?
I'm sure he does. I'm actually surprised nobody's clipped it, to be perfectly honest with you.
Now we will.
Keith O'Higgins says, if James Comey gets convicted and sent to prison, he will get pardoned by President-elect Taylor Swift. God, that would be worse than, like, what is it, President Camacho? From
in the House of Representing.
Yeah. Admiral Chester My Nuts says, I hope Trump ends his presidency where it started, with Obama's Indonesian birth certificate. That would be
Cool.
God, if they do that.
We need catharsis, man. We need catharsis.
I agree. Camo Hat Guy says, for corny, that is a legal death by a million cuts. More to come. Good time to get a lawyer, LOL. If I had to guess, I'd say he's had somebody on retainer for a couple of years at this point. I think so.
Yeah, but the taxpayers were probably paying for that, and that's not happening anymore.
Certainly. Well, even still, the Clinton Foundation might have been willing to foot the bill, just given what didn't happen to them previously. Thomas Times 76 says, Zach, here's James Veitch's scammer story. Ooh, we're going to have to definitely pull that up. So I'll just get that on deck. Okay. And then S18 says, would love to hear your guys' thoughts on Erica Kirk. I think she's a woman who just lost her husband, and I don't really think there's anything nefarious there.
Agree.
And was
yeah,
that?
Yeah. Let's see. One with Cats says San Antonio Badlander meetup on Sunday, October 5th at La Hacienda on Redland Road. It starts at 2 p.m. Details on the Badlands events page. Hope to see you there. So if you don't know, you go to badlandsmedia.tv/events, and then you can look up and see all of the affiliated Badlander groups. You can also see the events that are going to be coming up. You can even sign up to join one of those Badlander groups. And who is it? Is it Bunny that reaches out, or is it an individual like onboarding agent from one of the local groups?
I think it's the local people that will reach out to you to talk to you about getting engaged in the groups. That's my understanding of it.
What it does is it puts you into like, there's a whole spreadsheet that Jackie created a long time ago, but it'll put you into the group. Like it'll send you into a spreadsheet, and either Bunny or someone will set it up and they'll put it to the person, and you'll be contacted by the person in your group. So basically what Ash said, but it is a whole system that we don't need to talk about.
All right. And then
one with I wanted to give Jackie a shout out. That's the only reason I brought it up, because she did all of it.
We love you. Cam just exposed the entire operation.
I did. I'm the Fed.
Jessica Garner 1 says, I was wondering if it was a lady girl or if it was a lady boy.
Definitely lady boy.
Lady boy.
Keith O'Higgins says, did you hear that, Cam? Did you hear that, Cam? The last 2 inches of a cracker is important.
I did hear that. I actually laughed at that part too.
Especially if it's the only 2 inches.
Oh, nice. Come on.
It's not the length, it's how you use it.
Well, you are the whip master, Jonathan. So
That's right. Whip enthusiast. That's
enthusiast. Excuse me.
Title last time, yeah.
Mateo 127
Mateo.
says, heck, if this encampment shit is a thing, I will be taking my brown people to Italy and consuming lasagna daily in the name of enchiladas. My land.
Can I come too? I'm brown, bro. Let me go. I want to have
I'm Italian, man. I'm your in. Let's go.
All right, hold on. And there's another link that
just giving our country away.
Right? Dude, I will do it for enchiladas.
That was way too easy, man.
I should have held out for some burritos too, or something.
All right, and Black Cat Destroyer says, here's a 3-minute funny video of a fake IRS agent getting prank right back to his face over the phone.
Outro?
Okay. Yeah, well, we've got 2 videos to watch as outros, so we'll check them both out. Okay, that's awesome. Eden's Refugee says, great laughs, great show. Love y'all. Where we go one, we go all. Love you too. Thank you for that.
Thank you guys so much.
And then also thank you for SRG Sparky just for chatting over there on Pilled. Let us begin first with
Wait, Brad. What? Did you send there's a boost, right?
Let me see.
Oh, well, there's one from last week, so I don't know if that's
WT Foxtrot.
Yeah.
What's the message?
It says that NorCal Bandlanders meet up at Fogo de Minas, Brazilian steakhouse in Sacramento on Saturday, October 4th from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. You can RSVP at WTW_T_Foxtrot or email NorCalFansOfBadlands@gmail.com for details.
I love a Brazilian steakhouse.
That's the best, dude. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So first, this is what happens when you reply to spam email. This is 10 minutes, so I don't know that we're going to watch the whole thing, but here we go. And actually, this is from 5 years ago.
Hey, everybody, do us a favor and hit the thumb
Yeah, hit the thumbs up or the red pill.
like button.
A few years ago, I got one of those spam emails. And it managed to get through my spam filter. I'm not quite sure how, but it's turned up in my inbox, and it was from a guy called Solomon Odonka. I know.
Bless you.
One like this. It said, hello, James Veitch. I have an interesting business proposal I want to share with you, Solomon. Now, my hand was kind of hovering on the delete button. Right? As you are, I was looking at my phone. I thought I could just delete this. Or I could do what I think we've all always wanted to do.
Be like Zach.
And I said, Solomon, your email intrigues me.
All right. So I could have had a freaking TED Talk.
Yeah.
Missed that,
Missed
bro.
your window.
And you gave up the whole
Good.
story already, so no one's gonna go.
I did. Yeah. Nobody's going to pay to see that. Okay. All right. So this is, I'll go ahead and share this link into the chat so that people can watch it in its entirety.
Have you ever seen the TED Talk spoof before?
No, but I've seen Sam Hyde's TED
Sam
Talk.
Hyde's, yeah.
Legendary.
Which was a real TED Talk, but I mean, you could consider it a spoof of TED Talk.
Yeah, there's a guy that just made a video that makes fun of like the way that TED Talks typically go. It's pretty funny.
Okay.
This sounds great.
Okay, so this is the fake IRS. It's a guy reacting to somebody doing a fake IRS agent call.
Yes, hi, this is Dan calling from the IRS. I'm looking for Philip Thomas.
I'm sorry? Who are you again?
Dan.
Dan.
I'm calling on behalf of the IRS. I'm looking for Philip Thomas.
Oh.
Does he live there?
No. Philip works here. I'm not Philip, though. You want me to grab him?
Yes. Could you go get him? Yes, please.
Okay. Give me a second. Please hold.
Yes.
Yo.
Yes. Is this Mr. Philip Thomas?
Present. That is moi. Hello?
Yes. Hello, Phil. Mr. Thomas.
Mr. Thomas is my dad. This
is Dan calling from the IRS.
Whoa, IRS. What's that?
The Internal Revenue Service.
Whoa.
According to our records, you have some unpaid back taxes. You'll need to get that taken care of today, or else there will be a warrant out for your arrest.
Oh, no way. Oh, that doesn't sound kosher at all, dude. I should give you my money right now, huh?
Yes, as long as you have your...
Would that help you?
Actually, no, it'll help you stay out of jail. So if you have your credit card ready, we can just go ahead and take care of this.
I have my credit card, but this would probably be a good time to warn you I am dyslexic. I don't do well with numbers. As you can tell, right, because my taxes.
We can go ahead as slow as you want to.
Okay.
I'm ready to take your credit card number, your PIN, and your security code.
Hold on, let me grab my wallet. Okay. Are you okay? Here it goes. Are you ready?
Yes, proceed.
Okay. 4. Did you get that?
Yes, keep going.
Okay. And then 4. 4.
Are you just saying the same number over again, or is that 3 4s in a row?
There's 4. There's 4.
Are you starting from the beginning, or are you keep going?
No. Yeah, I am starting. It's a 4. There's 1, then 4.
It starts with a 1 now.
Okay. All right. Hold on. Let's just start again. All right.
Yes. Thank you.
What's the first number?
You're telling me.
Oh, yeah. Hold on. I dropped my credit card. Hold on a second.
Oh, my God. Are you drinking something? Sir, I don't have time for this.
Oh.
If you don't tell me the numbers, remember, you're going to jail. Please just leave me the numbers.
Hello?
Yes, hi.
All right.
That's
so
amazing.
that's pretty funny. That was actually a guy lip syncing to that fake call being watched by another guy. So you've got 3 layers of delivery
I hate
on
those
that.
videos where it's just someone watching someone else's video and laughing. They've just stolen their content. And it's funny though.
Yeah, Ghost wants everybody to know it is literally written in the Constitution that they can't throw you in jail for not paying taxes. I mean, on top of the fact that the IRS is not just going to call you and demand your credit card number
and the security card.
Yeah. I had this so I had this incident where somebody had somehow gotten both my business and my personal credit card and had used them to purchase tickets to Legoland Disney and something else in a different part of the country, but they were both done on the same day, and both transactions had personal information connected to them that were not mine. And they also sent confirmations to my email. Like they wanted me to know that I had been breached rather in some form or another. So then shortly after that, I get a call, and they tell me that they're from my bank, but that my card has been somehow used someplace else at a Walmart in like El Segundo, California. And and they were like, did you spend, $233? What they didn't know is that because I had been, compromised prior to that, I had like all of my records in front of me on the computer at that time. And I was like, no, I definitely didn't. And I'm like, that's odd. I don't see this on my account. And they're like, oh, well, that's because we stopped it because we're trying to protect you. And so then but he sounded like he was like 16 years old. I just didn't believe. And I was like, which account are you calling about? And he was like, oh, your account at this bank. And I was like, but which account? Because I had multiple accounts there, some business, some personal. And that, this is the other thing, is that it was two different banks that had been compromised prior to this. One personal account at one bank and then one business account at another bank. And so they claimed that it was for my business account. And he like wanted me to like verify like all of these pieces of information. And then he wanted my balance. And I was like, I don't, how do I know that you're even a representative of the bank? And he was like, well, look at the caller ID. Like, that's the phone number for the bank, and that can't be spoofed. And I was like, it actually totally can be. And basically, he got exasperated with me because much like the Nigerian and the Craigslist, I just kept this guy on the phone for as long as he would keep talking. And then that was it. And then he just hung up.
You should add catfish detector to your your resume.
That would be good. That would be good. All right. So I think we're done. I appreciate everybody. Great conversations tonight. Lots of fun. Good hanging out. I don't know if we're using Rumble Studio, so I don't know.
We are. I have it open. I could end it. Yeah.
You have it open? Okay. Is there a
look,
Rumble
we have
ad?
someone that can do it.
Is there a Rumble ad we could do, Brad?
Let's see.
OnlyLands all night.
While we're looking at it,
yeah. So what do? I just click it and read it?
You click it and read it, but you make sure that it's a good one.
Flow tomorrow night, 7:30, guys, and audio files.
I think it's
for
Rumble itself.
Okay, that'll be good. That'll be good.
Do it. We like Rumble.
So click it and then read the script.
Okay, let's see here. If you haven't already, make sure you download. If you haven't already, make sure you download the Rumble app. It's free, simple to use, the best way to stay connected to the content you want. Once you've got it, search for my channel and hit follow. That way, you'll get a notification every time Badlands goes live. No missed shows, no extra steps. You can grab it right now using the link in the description or the pinned live chat. Download it to your phone and you're ready to go. And if you prefer watching on the big screen, Rumble is available on all major streaming devices and smart TVs. Just search for Rumble, follow the channel, and be a part of the action.
All right, excellent. Call to action for anybody out there not using Rumble. You can also like a show if you're watching on your smart TV or device. You just got to hit up on your remote, and then you can hit the thumbs up button. If you're watching and you haven't hit the thumbs up, there really is no excuse. And we may have to consider banning you for life. You will no longer be considered a Badlander if you choose willingly.
For the absence of a like.
Yes, for the absence of a single like.
You're out.
Don't risk it.
No, you don't want to risk it. You don't want to risk it. Just like you don't want to risk liking a spicy meme if you live in the UK. All right. That is all. We'll go ahead and see you guys next week. And I'm sure everybody has shows this weekend, except for me. You guys want to pimp anything out?
I'll pimp out myself. I'm just kidding.
Monday, Alphas Make Sandwiches at 3 p.m. Eastern and Culture of Change at 9 p.m. Eastern.
Okay.
And Brad, are we starting 15 minutes early tomorrow?
Yeah. So 5:45 audio files tomorrow should roll right into Cam's flow.
Flow at 7:30. It's going to be wild shenanigans. Maybe Keith O'Higgins will call in again real quick. Keith O'Higgins last week called in and he ordered through a drive-through with an AI person with them on speakerphone. Like literally everyone heard it. So if you guys want to go back and watch that, it's ridiculous. He's a ridiculous human being, as you guys know.
We love Keith.
Yeah, Keith's great.
And of course, forking with Spooner will happen soon.
That's the subtitle. Yeah.
Do you know what day it's
next,
gonna be on?
not this Sunday, but next the Sunday after.
That's what I'm gonna call it.
Yeah, late in the afternoon, probably close to
Awesome.
BB's. So we'll call it like the Iron Man Badlands section. If you can make it through mine plus BB's narrative, then you're an impressive human being. So,
all right, and then I am obviously live on my own channel Monday through Friday at 5 p.m. Eastern. I'm also on Baseless Conspiracies 10:30 p.m. Eastern Monday nights. Wednesdays with Brad on Altered State at 9 p.m. and then Taking It Back with Adel and sometimes Frank on Thursdays at 4 p.m. Okay. So awesome. Everyone have a good night, and we'll see y'all next time.
Good night.
Oh, wait. We got to set up a raid. To Abby's channel.
What's Abby doing?
Oh.
Yeah. Brad will do that.
Right
you guys, just so you know, they have fixed the raid feature. So now you have to join the raid. It doesn't automatically send you. So you have to hit join so that you'll end up heading on over there. So if that doesn't work, don't get angry at me.
Nice.
Okay. All right. You guys,
Take care, guys.
take it easy. Have a great night. And let me see if
Good
there's
night.
a video we can play as the outro.
Hey, real quick, what's Abby doing on her channel right now?
She's just hanging out. Looks like she's doing a regular stream. It's funny. I thought she was recording something, and then I saw that in the chat, and I just clicked on. So
Dude, Abby's pop-up streams are the best, man.
Yeah,
Jackie's are
yeah,
good too.
pretty
Jackie's
fun,
are
yeah.
the best too. They're both the best. But I caught some of Abby's, like the late night ones, because obviously you guys are out west, like really far west. Whenever I can't sleep when one of you guys is on, it's awesome.
it's 8:30 here. So, oh my god! It's like it just got dark.
All right, we're just gonna do a hard stop because I don't see any videos that are worth throwing up there. All right, peace.
Prepare to crash.